Game 4 is tonight, and after last game, if I'm an OKC fan, I'm very, very nervous. I'm just going to talk about some things from that game and also give you my quick little prediction for Game 4. But first things first, Shai, will he be able to adjust to the way that the Pacers are defending him? Because he has so many like different looks out there. Like the way that they're playing him is so like interesting. They have so much going on that court where like he doesn't really know what's coming at him. They showed so many different actions for him. They just threw so many bodies at Shai to the point where he was genuinely not knowing if he should take a shot, pass, play on ball, play off ball. And that's the one thing about the Pacers that I really, really like is like they have defenders 1 through 5, so they're able to actually just switch everything, send to, have somebody rotate if they pass it to the open man in the corner. They're able to just continuously mold and like change the way their defense is played. But that's one big thing for them. Another big thing is Lu Dort. I understand a lot of people are very happy with the way he's been playing. He had 4 threes this game, but when it comes down to like the second half of the games, he's consistently fallen off on that side, especially in the losses. He has not looked good in the second half. I think that there was a point in time at the end of the game where there was Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, and Lu Dort on the court, and I'm thinking to myself, as a OKC, like as a basketball watcher, I'm not an OKC fan or a Pacers fan, but as a person who's watching basketball, it frustrated me to see like that many players on the court that cannot shot create, can't make their own shots, are not like they're not really reliable shot makers, especially when the team was down by like 10 points with 3 minutes to go. If I'm Coach Mark Daniel, and I know he's probably going to win. Did he win? No. He was top 3 for probably Coach of the Year. Like, he's one of the better coaches in the league. But if I'm him, I'm thinking, okay, we need shot creators on the court. I understand you need people to be able to produce turnovers and play defense. But I really, really need a shot creator out there because Shai's out there alone on the island. J-Dub's been getting locked up too. Chet did not play well in that second half. I need to have somebody, I don't know, like Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, somebody who can just like make something happen out there because Lu Dort's not doing it. Cason Wallace, not doing it. I'm not going to lie. I don't think he should even play anymore. I'm not the highest on Cason Wallace, to be honest. This game he had 7. Okay. He had 7 points. 4 rebounds. I'm just not the highest on his ceiling, especially since like his role is so bland to me. His way of basketball is very bland. He's like a very much lesser Alex Caruso. So I guess they need him on the court, but also not for this game, I'd say. But a few good things that the Pacers did. Tyrese had another great Tyrese game. Every time that like they're 20-1 when he has 20-10. Benedict Mathurin off the bench, looking like one of the best bench players in the league ever since people were saying that he didn't really have a role. He's been insanely good. Pascal Siakam, steady. Whenever they need him, they got him. But this game was really about the bench, man. Let me show some love to some of my peoples. Benedict Mathurin was going crazy. Obi Toppin was playing well. TJ McConnell came in that second quarter, instant energy. 10 points, 5 steals, 5 assists, I believe. Just the type of player you want, the type of player that you want on your team. And I know that Nembhard and Neesmith didn't have the best game scoring, but when it comes to defense, those two will always show up, and we saw it on the way that they were guarding Shai. Every shot that Shai shot was extremely difficult, and that's all you can do, really. You're not gonna make Shai have 8 points. That's just not going to happen. He's going to get to the line more than 8 times. And they actually did really well at defending without fouling today. They only had 6 free throws for Shai, whereas I believe Benedict Mathurin had 8, which is like, y'all doing good out there. Y'all playing very good defense. A lot of people would say, oh, but this is just a perfect Pacers game. Like, they didn't make any mistakes. So the next game, this should definitely be OKC. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've said that every series this entire playoffs for everybody that's going against the Pacers. I'm done doubting them. I think they have a real chance to win this game. And if they win this game, it is a very, 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 very scary time for OKC because they came into this series a plus 700 favorite. Shai MVP. They said he was going to dominate. J-Dub dominate. Chet was going to have his way because he played against a harder defensive team the series before, and he played well. There was just a lot of different things said about this, and to see how it went for them, you know what I mean? Even in a game where Tyrese Halliburton had 4 turnovers, I believe they lost the turnover battle. Neesmith fouled out early. It's just like, if I'm OKC, I lost 2 games where it's like, oh wow, we really are the better team and we should have beat them. But Miles Turner came into that fourth quarter. I understand he did not play well offensively. Defensively, he made sure that Chet was going through hell. Nothing was easy down there. Nothing was going well for Chet in that fourth quarter. He got blocked. He got a 3-pointer blocked. They tried to do an ISO with him. Didn't work out. He was just not looking good in that second half. Rick Carlisle, the defensive scheme that he's built up over there is actually like insane. It's insane how good a defensive scheme can be, especially with like personnel that like before this playoffs or even this season rather, they weren't really known as a great defensive team. Like, yeah, Neesmith can guard. Miles Turner's a good defensive, like he's a good shot blocker, but other than that, he's not really known as a defensive big. But man, everybody out there just looks so locked in defensively. Nembhard is looking like a real 3-and-D. Like, whoever gets Nembhard next, because I don't know if the Pacers can re-sign him really, they're going to be very happy with his production. And a lot of people are speculating that he might have like a superstar to star jump. I'm not going to say that because I think that's kind of crazy. But I do think that he would benefit from having a little bigger of a role. But also, I think he's benefiting from what he's doing here. Like, from what he does with the Pacers, he is at like his most, I think he's at his best situation, because if he has a game like he did today where he only has 8 points but he plays great defense, he's just in his role, nobody can really say shit to him. He's not expected to do more than his role. But if he was to leave and like become like a second option type player, people are more likely going to be like, oh, okay, he only had 8 points, and a lot more is going to be magnified on him. If I'm Nembhard personally, I'm rather just want to be there because I know my role. I'm gonna get mine, and I'm just gonna be able to win. I'd rather be able to win than, like, I don't know, chase a bag for like 5 more mil. But that's just my opinion in that scenario. Because I know on the pod we was talking about D-Book's contract. If I'm D-Book, I'm taking that. But like a 5 mil difference, that don't mean shit to me if I'm in the NBA. But yeah, for my prediction for the next game, I would say it's hard to predict. I think OKC comes out very, very aggressive in the first half. But not that I do think, it's just that I've seen so many times that the Pacers have taken advantage of an aggressive team in the first half and just pummeled them. Like they've taken the energy that the other team has had, used it against them, and then won the game. They did it against the Cavs, they did it against the Bucks, and they did it multiple times against the Knicks. So I will pick OKC though. I don't think Shea's gonna have another game where he has less than 25. But he's really the only factor that I think is going to change. I don't think that Lou Dort's going to come out and hit 4 threes again. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm not high on Lou Dort as an offensive player, so I'm not going to think he's going to come out and hit 4 threes. Chet, I don't think he's going to have 20 and 10 again. J-Dub had a great game, really. I believe he had 26. Let me check. 26. Yep, 26, 6, and 3. Like, that's a good offensive game for J-Dub, and they still lose. I think the only person that could really improve off this game is Shea. If that's all they need, cool. That's fine. You're good. But, like, is that all you need, though? Like, that's the real question. I am going to go OKC, though, narrowly, and I will not be surprised if the Pacers end up winning the series. But, yeah, I'm excited for the game tonight, y'all. Peace.